Today I'm out on a test hike. These test hikes are very important, especially if you're using your equipment for the first time. You don't want to be 15 kilometers into the bush or 2 days away from the trailhead when you realize that your latest doodad doesn't work as advertised. I've found a nice little spot nestled in a thicket of evergreen here. Should shelter me from the wind. So when you come back, I will be doing a field test and demonstration of the World Famous Kook Kit by Green Videos. So stay tuned. Minus 15 Canadian winter. Still very comfortable. The amazing wilderness camp chair. This is called the World Famous Kook Kit because the pot inside is made from a heavy gauge stainless steel mug manufactured by World Famous. It retails for about $10, and I carry this mug. And as you can see, it has this big wire handle. Makes it very difficult to pack. And up until today, to carry it, I simply attach it to the outside of my waist pack using a simple spring clip. And it acts like a bit of a bear bell when you're on the trail. I didn't really like it. Now Rich's project is really cool because he's given me the courage to cut this handle off. Because if I do, he'll solve another problem with this particular cup. It has no lid. Anyone who has been wilderness camping, especially in the summer, knows the value of a snug-fitting lid. Unless you like a little extra protein and fiber in your morning tea. Ew. This is the finished pot, complete with the lid from the project. It has this strip of fiberglass gasket material glued to the outside of it that allows me to hold the pot when it's hot. But inside we have packed something very special. Our wood pellet hobo stove. This stove is designed to burn wood, but it also acts as a good pot stand for an alcohol burning stove like this one. This is an old pop can stove I built about 10 years ago. I updated it a little bit by adding a strip of fiberglass wick around the outside. This one is filled with perlite, available at any garden store. I find it works well to regulate the burning of alcohol. Keeps it from boiling. It fits perfectly inside the hobo stove to give you an alternative to burning wood. I think the mini atomic from minibowldesign.com would also work. Methyl hydrate or methanol is my alcohol of choice. You can pick up almost 4 liters of the stuff from the paint department of your local hardware store for under 12 bucks. Some of you may want to switch from the automotive section to the paint section for the fuel to power your stove. You'll save a bit of money on your alcohol addiction. For this test, we will be using 1 ounce of fuel or 30 milliliters to bring 2 cups of cold water to a rolling boil. After all, that is the most important feature of this kit, the ability to make water safe for drinking without using chemicals. Why? What happens when you run out of chemicals? Now let's talk boil time for a moment, because when this water boils, I'm going to give you my boil time. Now you will see many demonstrations of various stove pot combinations, and they will usually give you a boil time. However, what you need to understand is there are so many variables involved in achieving a rolling boil. You can think of a few. Air temperature, the starting temperature of your water, the wind conditions, altitude. And did anybody say air pressure? I used to think it was altitude that affected boil times, but that's a bit misleading. It is the change in air pressure that happens as you change your elevation that has an impact on boil times. But air pressure can also change with the weather, right? Which means you can get two very different boil times using the same pot, fuel, and stove combination depending on whether you tested the equipment on a sunny day or a rainy day. So for me, boil times are a guide at best. If the stove can boil 2 cups of cold water in less than 10 minutes, it's a good setup. If it can boil the same amount of water in less than 5 minutes, well then I'm impressed. So let me be the first to say that it is a sunny day and we are at 100.64 kilopascals. And we got ourselves a rolling boil. 9 minutes. Not bad. The finished weight is 385 grams or 13.6 ounces, and that includes 2 1-ounce bottles of fuel. That is slightly heavier than the World Famous Kook Kit created by Green Videos at 372 grams. The difference is the wood pellet hobo stove inside this kit. It gives me the ability to burn wood when I run out of fuel. As long as you are hiking in a forested area, you will always have fuel to run your stove. That makes this kit an amazing ultralight addition to my gear. So we call it the amazing World Famous Kook Kit. Cheers, and thanks for watching. Thanks, Rich, for giving us a really great kit to review. 5 stars all the way, brother. 5 stars all the way.